Good morning, everybody. There we go. Is everybody awake? Uh, no? Not enough sleep last night? No, makes sense. All right. My name is Michael. I will be stepping in to head referee today for Erica since she is at the CNN tournament. So I'll be your head referee today. I'm going to go over just a few things. First off, I'm going to go over the wing and everything to do about the wing because it is very important that everybody knows the rules. The human players, make sure you are placing only 2 pixels at a time with a maximum of 6 pixels in the wing. Once you have placed a pixel, you cannot move it. Human players, make sure a robot is not in the wing when you are placing pixels. Drivers, make sure the human player is not in the wing while you are trying to drive into the wing. Make sure drivers, you will start as Blue Alliance, you will start on one half of the field. Your wing is on the other half of the field. Stay clear of the wing directly next to where you start. There's a major penalty for entering the wing. Make sure you are not entering the opposing alliance's wing. With the trusses in the middle of the field. There go some pixels. Trusses in the middle of the field. Make sure we are not stepping over them. I do not need you attempting to step over, trip, and fall on top of a robot. I don't want that for you or your robot. Make sure, I know we are all excited for a day of robotics. Make sure we are staying in our nicely laid out driver stations. Make sure we are not reaching into the field. Human players, you can only enter the field when you are placing a pixel. If you are trying to direct your robot on which way to pick up the pixel, make sure you're not reaching over the field walls. When you are moving around pixels, be careful of how your robot interacts with them. Remember, only 2 pixels at a time. Make sure when you are letting go of pixels, you are not propelling them across the field, as that does involve penalties. Is there any questions? All right. I'm going to announce the teams for the first match. When I call your number, please grab your robot and make your way into the field and place your robots on the field. Match 1 is team 24327 on Red Alliance with team 10526. Blue Alliance is team 12106 with team 21235. Blue Alliance for match 1. If you would like a match schedule, 1 member per team, head over there and grab 1 schedule.
If you are in match 1, go ahead and load the field.
Hey guys, before we get started with the matches, I just wanted to say a couple of quick reminders. I hope everyone's excited to be here, and just a reminder that if you aren't currently queuing and you're part of a team, we request that you stay off the black tarp area and preferably behind the railings in the back. And another quick reminder is that concessions are being sold outside in a table area if you walk towards the pits. So go ahead and buy anything if you're waiting and snacky. Looks like this match is getting off to a fun start. Team Vortex.
Yeah, everyone's here. It looks like red team is already in possession of a couple pixels. We've got a lot of low-lying robots on red teams, but I know for a fact that push bots are the key to this match since low-lying robots are able to successfully go under the trusses. It looks like on blue team, we also have some speedy robots collecting some pixels.
Smooth sailing for Team Shark as they start getting their first few pixels. Oh no, looks like there's a slight issue with Team 327 as their batteries.
It seems like we have a disconnected robot, most likely due to static charge on blue. Let's see if their team alliance partner can catch up.
Looks like the match is starting to go close down and the Sharks have parked. 3, 2, 1. Looking at the scoreboard, this match should be close. Who do you think will win? Yay! And on the right side, we have team 13916.
Retrobots from Dallas, Texas.
And red 2 is 1583.
Overclock from Allen, Texas.
And on the blue side, we have 9010.
Robotic Rangers from Carrollton, Texas.
And last but not least, we have team 13227.
We have the Mechanic Cats from Dallas, Texas.
Looks like for our second match, the autonomous randomization is Zone 3.
Looks like the robotic rangers are wrangling some points in.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
Looks like the matches are starting to get underway and heated. Team Overclock is taking away for Overclock as they are starting to score some points.
Looks like the Red Alliance is trying
Looks like there's
game
been some
pieces.
issues on the Blue Alliance side.
And they successfully pick up a yellow and a purple piece.
Looks like on Red Alliance, we have some robots clashing to be the ones to put their pixel on the backdrop. And it looks like on Blue Alliance, we also have some attempts to pick up pixels.
The Mechani Cats are finally able to get the robot started and scoring some points. They're not being clawed out this time.
We have team 15083 looking like they got some pixels from their Alliance station, but they have a bit of trouble going through the center truss. That's endgame.
Looks like Team Overclock is going for the hang.
Overclock attempting to
Time gonna tick away.
They're trying to blind themselves, and we have 12 seconds left on the clock. Let's see how that plays out. Now they launch a drone and score the highest sprint possible.
7, 3, 2, 1. It's looked like a wonderful match has been played. Some cheers for Red Alliance. Seems like a very unenthusiastic audience. Let me hear you more. Hey. About Blue Alliance.
Looks like our new high score of the day is 65 points. Let's see if anyone else can beat that.
And on the red side, we have 20754, Team Ablaze. Let's hope they don't end up in flames. And red 2 is 23736, Mapbots from Frisco, Texas.
On the Blue Alliance, we have 15084, Team Abstraction from Allen, Texas. Also on the Blue Alliance, we have 8514, the It's about green BR Bandits from Dallas, Texas.
Let's hear some cheers for Blue Alliance.
Let's hear for the Red Alliance. Red Alliance.
It looks like our randomization target for auto is zone 2.
And it looks like these matches are off to an exciting start. It's Team Blaze on fire. Looks like they were able to score some points. It's like
Blaze,
Blaze are loading up and about to score.
And it looks like we have a yellow pixel placed,
Both-
maybe not in the right spot, but they got parking as well.
Drivers,
And that's the end of the end game.
3, 2, 1.
Amazing teleop period. We'll see how this plays out with the Red Alliance having a slight lead over the Blue Alliance.
It's like Team Abstractions off to a very fast start. Will they be able to make a lot of abstract art by the end of the match?
754 struggling at the truss, trying to get through the loading station. We'll see how this goes. Scoring a game element on their station.
BA Green Bandits are approaching the target with some white pixels. Will they be able to score? No way.
The Blue Alliance rocking up next to the Red Alliance docking station.
Is almost getting their first few pixels, but right now the robot looks like it's up in flames.
Going up to pick up game pieces from their loading station. Looks like they got a green piece inside their intake. We'll see how that plays out for them. Now they got another green piece inside their intake.
Abstractions off to an amazing start. It's the teleop period. Endgame period.
It looks like Mavbots are off of a very efficient game. They've already placed around 4 pixels inside of the backdrop backstage area. And it looks like they also have hang too. We have both red robots about to do hang. Can they make it?
Will they make
And
it?
it looks like we might be getting a high score for this round too, with both robots on the red side hanging.
Team of Blaze and now boss station. We'll see how this plays out with the highest score we might have this entirety of this tournament.
We're ready at 140 points, but just know that anything can change after the referees make their decisions.
Here's some more cheers for Red Alliance.
Ah!
Blue Alliance. Come on, Blue Alliance. I can't hear you. Both teams still ended up playing a wonderful match, no matter who won.
Going to win. Red Alliance is going to take this one home.
With our new high score of 120 points.
Team to be able to beat it, only time can tell. And it's time for match 4. Looks like the robots are starting to reload the field.
For our next match, match 4, it looks like we have 9010 Robotics Rangers from Prince of Peace Christian School, 10526 Cybertonics from Bryan Adams High School.
On the blue side, we have 13227 Mechanicats coming back to claw their way to victory. And blue number 2 is 12106 Vortex. Hopefully they can get out, get through this match without spiraling their way through. I hear some cheers for the Red Alliance. Let me hear you more. Red Alliance. Cheers for the Blue Alliance. There seems to be some avid Vortex supporters in the audience. And it looks like randomization has been completed. Some noise for our wonderful team.
And it looks like the Robotics Rangers have begun to start corralling some pixels, but their purple pixel just barely doesn't reach the spike mark. On the other hand, we have the Cybertonics going out, and it looks like getting ready for teleop. And it looks like we have a park.
Vortex was able to get the robot moving during the autumn.
Drivers, pick up your
Now
controllers.
it's time for the teleop
3,
period.
2, 1.
It looks like the Cybertonics are already on their way to score some pixels, heading over.
It's like
Trying
the
to
mechanic
grab one
cats are
purple
ready to
pixel in
claw
their large
their way to
intake.
victory by
It looks like
moving with their
Robotics
first
Rangers
few
are back in
pixels.
motion.
Will they be able to score?
And that's two
Vortex
purple
seems
pixels in the
to be
backstage for
experiencing
Robotics
some technical
Rangers.
issues.
It looks like the Cybertonics are attempting to grab some pixels from their human player station. It's a pixel on the loose. Looks like Robotics Rangers have a special talent.
Looks like the Robotic Rangers are having some trouble wrangling their first points.
And that's the third time in a row the Rangers have managed to flip a pixel on its side. They should add extra points for that.
The mechanic cats have been cornered into a corner. Will they be able to claw their way out?
And we are in endgame. It looks like we already have a robot on Red Alliance attempting to hang. Looks like they're trying to see if they can get some leverage. Let's see if they manage to succeed. Meanwhile, their Team Alliance partner is dutifully adding more pixels to the backstage, one by one. Every point counts.
Looks like
We have
this
10
match
seconds left on the
is
clock.
Staying pretty close.
We have a
Blue Alliance
successful
only having
hang from
one
Red
working
Alliance.
robot currently.
That's game, folks.
Who will win? This is anybody's game as the scores are very close together.
Score of 74 points.
It's won due to 60 points of penalty.
With that match, we have 12106 moving up to 4th place. It looks like everybody else has stayed the same.
That's on the field, folks.
Looks like this match is going to be a close one with our top 2 teams on one alliance.
Red Alliance, we have 24327, the Macmillan Tallows from Plano, Texas. Also on the Red Alliance, we have 15084, Abstraction from Allen, Texas.
On the Blue Alliance, we got Mapbot, our current number 2 team. And on the other Blue Alliance, we got Team Overclock, 1583 from Allen, Texas.
Alliance is going to take this one home.
So cheers for the Blue Alliance. Red Alliance. I can't hear you, Red Alliance.
Red Alliance is going to take this one home.
Field is done being randomized, and zone 1. Okay. Red, blue alliance. Like the autumn period is off to a shaky start. Team Overclock has almost scored 2 pixels. And only time will tell if Team Overclock will win, as their alliance has scored their first 3 pixels.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
Like the matches are really starting to get underway as both teams attempt to score their first couple of pixels. Abstraction is starting to create some wonderful artwork for us. Flying through the field as Team Overclock is scoring their next couple of pixels, followed closely behind by the Mapbots. This match is going to be a fast one, folks. The Red Alliance is scoring a couple more pixels as this match rears to an end. The end game has now started as teams are racing black points. Only time will tell who's going to be the winner. Oh, it looks like Team Overclock's airplane didn't work. Great match, folks, as we've had one team hang. Some noise for our wonderful teams. Can I hear some more cheers for our wonderful teams?
is released. The winner is Blue Alliance. Congratulations with a very high score of 114 points with an impressive 65 in autonomous.
Sharks to the field! You guys are really late already. It's like the Sharks aren't gonna get their praise. They don't show up quickly. This is a huge hit to the Red Alliance. Sharks to the field as quick as possible. You're really late.
It looks like we're about to finally start our sixth match. On Red Alliance, we have Shark Robotics from Plano, Texas, and Retrobots from Woodrow Wilson High School. On Blue Alliance, we have the BR Bandits from Bryan Adams High School and Ablaze from our very own Lowry Freshman Center.
Some cheers for the Blue Alliance. Red Alliance. Let me hear you louder, Red Alliance. Yeah. Like this match will be an exciting one.
And it looks like we have zone 2 for randomization. Autonomous period is off to a slow start. It looks like we only have one auto on Blue Alliance, who successfully gets 2 pixels parked in the backstage along with their robot. That's a solid around 6, 7, 8 points.
Driver, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And here's where the real action's at. It looks like we have tele-up driver control period starting, with each robot reorienting themselves to see if they can pick up pixels and score. We've got an early start in Red Alliance with both of the robots looking to put pixels in the backstage. Looks like we got a Blaze doing some fancy dance moves over here. We're starting to get some human player action. A Blaze successfully picks up a white pixel, and it looks like they're trying to get a second one. White pixel in the backstage thanks to Shark Robotics.
It's like a Blaze is trying to blaze their way to victory as
Like we're starting to get some robots stuck underneath the truss. Remember, this is a really low-lying game here, folks. Is going to be able to make their way underneath the center truss, and it looks like they do. We got 40 seconds left on the clock. Let's see how many more pixels we can store before endgame starts. Red Alliance is getting some pixels from the human player station, but it looks like they drop it, and that's endgame. Remember, the main endgame story points here are going to be hanging and drone. It looks like we've got one drone just barely making it outside. Both drones making it outside of the third zone. What a shame. But it looks like we've got some hanging ready to go with Ablaze getting it on their truss. Are they gonna make it? We've got one robot on red and blue, both parked, and it looks like we've got a hang. Looks like our referees are totaling up the scores. And it is victory. We have both the teams on Blue Alliance moving up in rank. Congratulations.
public service announcement. We will break for lunch after match 8, which will. This is match 7 right now, I believe. Guys, just make sure any teams who play matches don't take pixels off the field, as we're currently missing 1 pixel.
Let's get match 7 underway. On the red lines, we have team 12106, Vortex from Allen, Texas. Also from the red lines, we have team 9010, Robotic Rangers from Carrollton, Texas. Now let's head on to the blue line side of the field. On the blue lines, we have team 23736, the Mabots from Frisco, Texas. Also on the blue lines, we have team 15084, Abstraction from Allen, Texas. Do you think the red alliance is going to take this one home?
Here's some cheers for the Blue Alliance!
For the red alliance. Blue teams are queuing on times, guys. If your team is playing the next match, please make sure to head on to the queue table. We're going to be playing match 8 before the lunch break. In qualification number 8, please make sure you queue. And we're going to have a lunch break after qualification 8.
Looks like there's some Vortex fans in the stands.
For the Red Alliance. Let's see the cheer for the Blue Alliance. Gracious professionalism.
Looks like all the teams are ready for randomization. The match is about to get underway.
Is trying to park in the station. They get the parking points. Looks like Team Abstraction and Team Mavbots are trying to have a little bit of conflicts in the middle of the field, but Mavbots ends up getting the parking point. Mavbots are trying to score, and they end up scoring a yellow element in the field. The out-on period.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
Underway, folks. Score a yellow and a purple pixel. They unfortunately cannot make it. Trying to score a purple element from their intake. We'll see how that plays out. Team Abstraction trying to pick up 2 game elements from the loading station. They fortunately picked their game pieces up. Abstraction is going through the middle truss, and now they make it to their loading station. We'll see if they can score those 2 elements. They end up scoring one of the elements, and they end up scoring both of the elements onto their loading station. Bot's pushing, acting like a push bot, pushing all the pieces towards the loading station. Abstraction scoring a piece on the backdrop. Gonna push a purple game element towards the backdrop. We'll see how that goes. Abstraction trying to pick up 2 game elements from their field. They're trying to go through the truss, and they make it through. They're heading towards the backdrop. We'll see how they score. They unfortunately cannot make the score. They just end up dropping the piece on the field. Team Vortex trying to get a hang. They're trying to increasing their arm. So is not Robotic Rangers. We'll see if we can get a double hang on the Red Alliance. Blue Alliance unfortunately cannot launch their rocket as far as possible. Team Robotic Rangers trying to make their climb, and we have 2, 1. That's the end of the game, folks. Has a substantial lead over the Red Alliance. We'll see how this plays out at the end of the match after the referees total their scores. Let's get our robots off the field so we can clear way for the match number 8. Let's see how the scores play out. It looks like it's a win for the Blue Alliance. Making it to the first place and 15.084 making it to the fourth place. Let's give a round of applause to the Blue Alliance for helping us.
Attention teams. There has been an update to a score in a previous match. Due to GS09, several penalties were assessed, and this has changed the outcome of match 6.
It's like the red team actually won due to a 90-point penalty.
Also a reminder, after match 8, we will be taking a lunch break. Matches will resume at 1 p.m.
Let's get the robots back on the field. To be here as soon as possible. Team Retrobots, be here as soon as possible. This is the last match we're going to be playing before lunch. Please be here as soon as possible. Looks like you guys are here. Let's get the robot back on the field.
Match 8 is about to get underway. On the red side, we got the Cybertonics ready to blaze their way to victory. Speaking of Blaze, we also got Team Ablaze. And on the blue side, we got the Retrobots, Team 13916. And the Macmillan Talos ready to claw their way to victory.
The last game we're going to be playing before lunch. Let's see the judges cheer for the Red Alliance.
Both teams are ready for randomization. Looks like the matches are about to get underway. And it's the center, zone 2. Here's some noise from the audience. The team of Blaze is off to a fire start as they're able to park. Will this fire end up in flames, or will they blaze their way to victory?
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
Macmillan Talos are attempting to score some pixels. Will they make it? The Cybertonics moving quickly and moving a lot of pixels. The Blaze is a bit stuck. Looks like the Retrobots are experiencing some issues moving. Who will win? This is still anyone to match. And the Cybertonics are still moving a lot of pixels very quickly. It's like the red team is off to an early lead. Look, endgame. Let's see if any teams will be able to score. Team of Blaze launches a plane, and now they're about to hang. And it looks like the Cybertonic successfully parked. He's got off the field as they're now hanging, and the match ends in 1 second. Soon, folks, and after we'll take a short break for lunch.
right, folks, remember after this match, we're going to have a lunch break and we're going to meet back for qualification number 9. And looks like this is going to be a win for the Red Alliance.
And we're about to start our first match after that break. As teams start to load into the fields. Thank you for your patience, everyone. Just a reminder, folks, to wear your safety glasses on the black tarp area. And not put them on your head.
You need head.
It looks like all of the teams have made it onto the fields, folks. This match is sure to be an interesting one with our second and third place robots on separate teams. And match 9 is sure to start soon. On the red side, we got the BR Bandits and Team Sharks ready to win their way to victory by feeding off their opponent. And on the blue side, we got Overclock and Mechanicats. Can I hear some noise from the red side? Blue side. Both teams are ready for randomization. The match is about to begin. And it's Zone 1. It's like that Autonomous was off to a strong start for Overclock. As they scored, almost scored a couple pixels.
Driver, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
Bandits are about to steal their first few points. Off to a early start, targeting some pixels. And the Sharks are surfing their way throughout the field, ready to race their way to victory. And Team Overclock is starting to score their first pixel for the blue side. Well, do you think we'll win, folks? This is still anyone's match. Start to move their first few pixels to the red side. Time's ticking on the clock, but it looks like overclock isn't phased. Oh, folks, looks like there was a small collision. Are clawing the way to first place, scoring and moving a couple pixels. It's the end game period now. Anyone go for the hang? Plane? Looks like we got one plane score, folks, by the Sharks. 3, 2, 1. Oh, it looks. Still be anyone's match. Is
Let's get match number 10 on the field, folks. All right, folks, let's get qualification number 10 underway. On the Red Alliance, we have Team 20754, Ablaze from Allen, Texas. Also on the Red Alliance, we have Team 24327, Macmillan Talons from Plano, Texas. Now let's head on to the Blue Alliance side of the field. On the Blue Alliance, we have Team 23736, the Mabots from Frisco, Texas. Also from the Blue Alliance, we have Team 9010, Robotic Rangers, Carrollton, Texas.
The team who cheers the loudest will get a bonus 10 points.
No, that was just a trick to get you guys to cheer. You're not getting points. The team that cheers the most gets our rooting for the Alliance. The team that cheers the most gets our support. Let's see the cheer for the Red Alliance. Now let's see the cheer for the Blue Alliance. Red Alliance, are you ready? Blue Alliance, are you ready? Looks like the Blue Alliance is not. Looks like after randomization, we're gonna be in zone 3. Team Ablaze trying to set fire to the competition by scoring 2 pixels to the backdrop. Team Robotic Rangers trying to pick up a piece and then try to park at their backdrop. They're trying to make an attempt. Looks like the robot is not going as well as they expected. Team Mavbots trying to make a parking. Can they make it? Yes, they can make it. They're trying to score a pixel. Let's see if they can make it. And they successfully score a pixel. We have each one robot parked on each alliances. We'll see how this plays out in the end game.
2, 1.
Team 20754 looks like they're going in a vortex. Team Mapbots trying to pick up white pixels from their loading station. Well, they have two pieces in their possession. Robotic Rangers trying to score a purple pixel to the backdrop. And so is the Mapbots. Looks like the Blue Lions has a slight lead over the Red Lions. We'll see how this plays out. And we have a minute and a half of the gameplay left. The Red Lions having a little bit of issues on the middle of the field. Team Ablaze and the Macmillan Talos trying to figure out the issue. Looks like Team Ablaze is halted on the field right now. And the Team Mavbots pick up 2 more game pieces. They're moving towards their backdrop. They're trying to score and they can successfully bring 2 pieces to the backdrop. Team Ablaze still having connectivity issues. We'll see if they can get their robot back up in the nick of the time. Team Mavbots popping off at the moment, picking up game pieces and bringing it back to the backdrop. Looks like they're being the lead scorer of their lines. Team Robotic Rangers just parked in their loading station, hoping to get those parking points. End game, folks, and Mavbots end up scoring a drone in the zone 1. Mavbots also attempting to hang. They're trying to increase their hanger up. And can they get it? And yes, they can. They hook on and now they're lifting. And they get the hanging points. And Team Ablaze looks like they're back up on the field. Let's see if they can get a hang in the last 3 seconds of the gameplay. That's 2, 1. And that's the end of gameplay, folks. Hit stop on the controllers. We have 1 robot hanging on the Blue Alliance and 1 robot parked on the Blue Alliance. And while we have 1 robot parked on the Red Alliance. And has a substantial lead over the Red Alliance. We'll see how this plays out after the referees tally up their scores. Looks like there's game pieces all around the field. We'll see how this plays out. There's a couple of game pieces on the Blue Alliance loading station and a couple of... All right, guys, let's get our robots off the field. Let's see who wins this match and taking this one home with 115 points, moving Mavbots to the rank 1 and Robotic Rangers to rank 5. Cats, please get your robot back on the queuing station. We're waiting for you. Match number 11. We need the Mechanic Cats, the Retrobots, Shark, and Abstraction on the field. Mechanicats, we would like you here on the field. We need to play qualification 11. Team Mechanicats, please get here. We're waiting on you to play qualification number 11. And I repeat, Team 13227, Mechanicats, please get here as soon as possible. You're on the red lines playing qualification number 11.
It looks like we finally have Mechanicats back on the field. Get ready for match 11. For this next qualification match 11 on the red side, we have 13227 Mechanicats from Woodrow Wilson. It looks like we also have the 13916 Retrobots from the same area. On the blue side, we have 21235 Shark with an exclamation mark and Abstraction 15084. For randomization, it looks like we have zone 1, the left side. At the beginning of our autonomous period, it looks like we have Abstraction going for the parking points. And they also deposit 2 pixels into the backstage. Congratulations.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And once again, our teams are off to a great start. It looks like the Retrobots have placed their payload pixels into the backstage, and the Mechanic Hacks are slowly clawing their way over as well. We have Abstraction in possession of a few pixels. It looks like they're going to drop it onto the backdrop, but they miss one. Can they get the second one? And it looks like it has also fallen off. Ooh, it looks like one of our teams has dropped their paper airplane. It looks like we might be having some decision anxiety here with a few of our robots not moving at all. We have Abstraction coming back for a second try. Are they going to make this second pixel? And it just barely falls off. But Mechanic Hacks have managed to pounce into the backstage, and it looks like they are trying to deposit a pixel. We're almost in endgame. We're at about 35 seconds. Teams, you know what that means. It looks like we already have some teams lining up their robots for drone scoring. We had a pretty good show last match. Let's see if we'll be able to get it again. And it's just a bit too much power over there. What overachievers. Got about 10 seconds left on the clock, and we got a robot getting shark into zone 3. Looks like all of our robots are going for the parking points. And all of our robots, except for maybe Abstraction, makes it. Let's see how this match turns out. While we wait for the scores, I just want to take a moment to thank our fabulous techie guy and disc jockey for this wonderful music. And it looks like the winner for this qualification is the Blue Lions. Congratulations with a score of 74 points.
Looks like our next few teams are loading up. On the red side, we got team 15083 Overclock from Allen, Texas. It's like they got some supporters in the audience. And our other red team is team 8514 EA Bandits from Dallas, Texas. And on the blue side, we got team 12106 Vortex from Allen, Texas. And we also got team 10528, the Cybertonics. Some noise for the blue side. Cheering for the blue side, the Blue Alliance. Can I hear some noise for the red side? Blue side. Interesting match, folks, as we got our current second place team. And it looks like both teams are raring to go as the match is about to begin. And it's zone 3 for this match. And it's gotten off to an exciting start as Team Overclock has scored 1 pixel.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
Like Overclock is off to a strong lead, but the Bandits are experiencing some trouble stealing their first few points. And Vortex scores their first points. Will they keep the streak up or will they spiral out of control? Overclock scores 2 more points, and the Bandits start their robot up. Are moving their first pixel, but looks like they're having some trouble figuring out colors. And they got it. And Team Vortex scores the next few pixels. Looks like Overclock is experiencing some difficulties moving. Is their time up? Looks like the Team Vortex has scored their next couple of pixels and is raring to go. Team Overclock just started to score more. This is still anybody's match, folks, as the tally-up period just ended. Our team's gonna go for the hang as the time is about to end. One. It's over, folks, but can we hear some more noise for a wonderful team? It's a weapon. So, giving us a new first place team.
Let's make sure we all have our safety glasses when we're inside the black tarp area.
Where is Shark Bots? Shark Bots.
Qualification number 13 teams, let's all queue on the field. Shark, let's get here, please. If you guys are late, your prey might be stolen.
Let's go, Shark Bots. Hurry up.
All right, guys, Sharks are here, and let's start qualification number 13 on the way.
Some of us, this is the last match of the day, so let's finish strong.
On the red lines, we have Team Shark from Plano, Texas. Also on the red lines, we have Team 13227, the Mechanicats from Dallas, Texas.
Side, we have McMillan Talos from McMillan High School in Plano, Texas. Also on the blue side, we have Mad Bots, a community team from Frisco, Texas.
See the cheer for the Blue Alliance. For the Red Alliance.
As of right now, Shark Bots are number 3 and Math Bots are number 2. If Shark Bots win this match, they could overtake Mad Bots.
Our
I'm good. I don't like.
All right, folks, we got to randomization. Looks like the randomization is going to be on zone 3. Let's ready. In 3, 2, 1, go! Looks like the robots have an amazing town where they're trying to engage. They're trying to park their robot.
Yellow pixel down, and now it appears they're moving to get their yellow pixel down on the backboard.
Now looks like they've gotten the parking points. We'll see how this plays out towards the end game. Looks like they're about to score a yellow piece.
And it's good! It's good!
Cross is close to the end of our autonomous period. Let's get back into the teleop period.
Looks like Blue will start out with a 50-point lead going into the teleop period. We'll see how Red tries to climb back to make up for this big gap in points.
Charged with but scoring 2 pixels. trying to pick up a yellow pixel from white pixel from the ground, going through the central truss. Looks like they're having some issues, and can they make it forward? They can make it forward. Looks like they're going to the wrong side. We'll see how that goes. They're trying to push the white pixels around.
Speeds across the field to grab 2 pixels as they bring it back to their backboard area, backstage.
Managing to push 1 white pixel into the backdrop area.
That seems a little stuck. Nope, they're moving again. Oh, they seem stuck.
Looks like the Mavbots have some issues trying to control their robot. The Sharks are at the loading station trying to pick up some game elements. We'll see if they got any game elements inside their intake in just a second.
Both teams are looking a little slow, but the 50 points from Mavbots and Autonomous will be hard to make up for.
The Mechanicats trying hard to make give their lines the victory. Looks like the Sharks also are having some troubles going through the truss.
The Mavbots have dropped their drone on the field.
Now we only have 1 robot with the drone, and that's Sharks. Let's see if they can make it onto the zone 1.
We have endgame in 5 seconds. We'll see if Shark can use their drone to make up for the big loss in points. Shark aims. Shark aims.
Shark. This is your
They're
only shot
aiming.
to make it top.
This is their only shot to win this match. They fire and miss.
Bots trying to hang from the truss. Let's see if they can get the hang.
7, 6,
themselves. We'll see if they
5,
can make it.
4, 2, 1.
Bots parked on the red lines and 1 robot parked on the blue lines. We'll see how this plays out after the ref tally up their scores. Folks, let's get our robots off the field. Looks like this is going to be a victory for the Blue Lions. What's another rank 1 alliance captain? Both the Blue Alliance teams have gone up in ranks, and the Blue Red Alliance teams have remained in their positions.
Here's a quick joke for the short intermission period. What do Santa's reindeer and Beyonce have in common? Slay, just like how all of our teams are doing tonight.
All right, guys, let's be gracious here. Even if your team is not playing on the field, let's show some support for all the teams that are going to be playing. So when you see your favorite team on the field, let's show some support and cheer for the favorite alliance.
A quick joke. Why was the robot tired when it got out of the car? It had a hard drive.
Look, how do elves stay clean? They use sanitizer.
It's like we're about to start our second to last match of the day, and we've got an alliance who's both from Bryan Adams High School. We've got the Cybertonics and the Bandits. That's fun. On the other side, on Red Alliance, we have Abstraction and Robotic Rangers. All very good teams. Let's see how it goes.
It's like match 14 is almost gonna be underway. The Christmas tree, say to the other Christmas tree, you need to lighten up. Because they got lights, you know? Haha.
What do you call it when a robot high fives another robot? A penalty.
No.
Who's there?
Pudding.
Putting who?
Putting up the Christmas tree. Did you like put up the Christmas tree? No, it was in love. It felt sparks. It looks like both teams are ready for randomization. And it's right.
Zone 3. You know, sometimes I wonder how many teams just choose to pick one, you know? And then they just hope it's the right one. And it looks like we have 2 robots that have an auto, and we've got a robot just barely putting it on the spike mark. What a lucky turn. It does a little happy dance. Having the vibe here.
Was surely an exciting autonomous.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And after that little momentary bout of happiness, it looks like we have a bunch of other robots that are trying to get unstuck from the side. Are they going to be able to release themselves in time? It looks like they might be shooting themselves in the foot. Meanwhile, on Red Alliance, we already have 2 preload pixels set onto the backdrop, but they no longer count for autonomous vision points. It looks like our stacks on the side have already been toppled over. We've got some pixels from the human player. Are they going to be able to put another set of pixels onto the board for maybe a mosaic? And it looks like they get 1 out of the 2. It seems we might have another robot that's disconnected, possibly overexerted himself in happiness. Just barely missing another one, but they still have a purple pixel inside. Are they going to be able to replace the ones they descored? And they can't. Looks like we've already got 4 pixels in backstage for both teams, with 1 extra on the backdrop for red. It's a very close match, folks. We've got pixels flying around the field. We've got another yellow pixel, and it looks like they get it successfully. Congratulations. Is the other team going to be able to pick up? Got another few pixels being placed in the backdrop. Looks like we're ready in endgame. They've got about 15 seconds left on the timer. Are they going to be able to hang? We've got 1 robot getting ready for shooting, and it looks like it got knocked out. What a shame. What a shame, folks. But they do manage to recover and score a pixel before the time runs out. Like we've got 3 out of 4 robots parked successfully in backstage. Got an assortment of pixels on the backdrops and the backstages. Let's see how the referees tally these points up. What do we think, folks? Is it going to be the BA Blaster duos successfully scoring a win, or do we think the Abstract Rangers are going to win? And it looks like our next winner is Red Alliance. I've got a little game for you to play. When I say gracious, you say professional. Gracious. Gracious. When I say S-League, you say win. S-League. S-League. Great job, guys. Overtime for the last match of the day.
Here's another joke to keep y'all entertained while we wait for them to load. How do robots eat pizza? One bite at a time.
And it looks like we're prepping up for our very last match of the day. Thank you all for being such an amazing group here at S-League Meet 2.
And on the right side, we got team 15083, Overclock from Allen, Texas. We also got team 12106, Vortex from Allen, Texas.
And on the blue side, we have 20754 Ablaze and 13916 Retrobots.
Let's hear some cheers for the Blue Alliance.
And let's hear it for the Red Alliance.
Cheers for everyone now. Blue Alliance. Red Alliance.
Loving the warm-ups over here. Got to get your mind, body, and heart into shape.
Looks like all of our teams are raring to go. It has just begun, and it's on Stone 1. This is going to be an exciting match, folks.
And on the blue lines, it looks like Ablaze has an auto. They're pulling one of their pixels into the backdrop. It looks like they meant to pull the other pixel too, but it might have disconnected.
It's like this Autone's off to a great start for the red side, with team Overclock scoring their first few pixels.
Looks like both red teams are successfully parked, as well as one blue team.
Drivers.
And the tele-op period has just begun.
3, 2,
See which team will rise to the top.
We've got some fancy spins over here by 20754 Ablaze.
Team Ablaze is on fire, moving a couple pixels into their backstage area. And we see Overclock moving fast and strong, scoring a couple more pixels.
It looks like Retrobots has finally gotten their alignment
no.
correct, and
It
they're
looks
scoring
like-
2 pixels into the backstage.
Seems like seeing Vortex is spiraling a little as they're having trouble moving their pixels.
It seems like Vortex 12106 has dropped their plane. Let's see if their teammate can catch up.
This is still anyone's match, folks. It's like a couple robots are stalled as Retrobots is having trouble moving.
We've got another white pixel into the backstage on Blue Alliance. Got about 50 seconds left on the clock. That's 20 seconds until endgame. Seems like we have some robots that are having a little bit of trouble with their intake systems. But remember, there's still lots of time to fine tune until the league tournament. And that's the buzzer. We are in endgame. We've got 2 Blue Alliance, and it looks like they both get into the Zone 2. That's a lot of points in endgame. Looks like we've also got a Blaze working on a hang, as well as a Red Alliance in Zone 1. That's 30 points. We've got a hang as well on 15083. This is a very high scoring match on both teams. I'm very impressed. Let's see how it goes.
It's one of our closest matches of the day. Let's see if penalties will decide a winner.
Might be the most high scoring close call match we've had all day at the very last match of the day. What a way to end the day. The referees are submitting their final score decisions. It looks like our final result. Congratulations, Blue, with an impressive 65-point endgame score. Also, big kudos to Red Alliance, who got another impressive 50-point endgame score, as well as 18 driver-controlled and 16 autonomous.
Once again, at the conclusion of our S-League Meet 2, we would like to thank all of our volunteers, sponsors, and FIRST for helping us host this tournament. We wish all the teams a successful rest of your season.